Okay, please join in and let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Please let me know if you can hear me. I'll appreciate that. Okay, that's fine. I can hear myself and see myself, so I know we're good to go. Okay, everybody is back in. That's good. That was a technical glitch, like somebody said. Thank you so much for that. We actually use a power source and the power tripped, so we had to switch over. Yeah. So we're back. Moving on, we were talking about the interest phase, and the question that we said we need to ask ourselves here is, why should my ideal buyer follow me, or why should my ideal buyer keep in touch with me? Why should my ideal buyer read my email? Why should my ideal buyer check up on me on social media? Why should my ideal buyer open my website? Right? These are questions you need to ask yourself. You need to ask yourself, what problem will I solve for them? Right? If you're not solving a problem, after a while, you notice nobody cares about you anymore. So you need to solve a problem. The next is, what value do I offer? The values you offer differ. That's the truth. Some people help other people. Some products help you save money. Some products help you make money. Some products help you live a better life. Just if you need to define first what you offer, then how to build a prospect's interest. Not just social media now, but this was outlined for social media, but just forgive me for still that. You could have live sessions, you could have webinars, right? You could have classes like we are having right now. That's also an example. After this class, we're going to have a practical. You're going to ask a question, and that would be amazing. You ask a question, let's hear you live, and we would work with that. White papers are kind of technical writing that solves a problem. You can actually explain your product on a document and give it out to your users. That's how something. It's more than a manual. The way you see how-to videos on social media, on the internet, that's how you can also write white papers. They're also like explainer videos and explainer papers, rather, explainer documents for businesses. You could also use PDFs, ebooks, right? You could also use free courses to achieve your goal. Then decision is a very critical stage. At this stage, the prospect is weighing possible options, looking for a good reason to choose between the available alternatives, right? And these alternatives could include your business. You know, at the interest phase, he was considering which of them is best, like which idea should inform their choice. Like you're in the market and you just, let's say you want to buy a television, and you get into the market, you're looking at 52 inches, 42 inches, 72, 78, 75 inches. You're looking at different options. You don't know which of them to get yet. But now, at the decision phase, you have come to the point that, okay, I want to buy a 72-inch TV. But which product should I buy? Right? So you're at the point where you need to make a decision. This is the D here. So you ask yourself, the goal here is to make your solution irresistible to your prospect, right? So your prospect can't wait to take advantage of it. How do you do this? You could influence the buying decision by a few thoughts that I wrote down. You can offer a discount. A product can be going for 10,000 naira and people are not buying it. But immediately you say this product is half the price, everybody wants to quickly buy it at 5,000 naira. That's because, so you have influenced their decision with a discount. The next is, you can offer free shipping. We're in Port Harcourt. Some of us are in Ebonyi State, some of us are in Abuja, some are in Lagos, some are in Umuahia, right? You could say, let me use myself in Port Harcourt. I live in Rugo. My office is also in Rugo. So I can say anybody that is within Rumibo or Choba axis, We can offer you free delivery for anything you want. Free delivery. It comes to you like that. You only have to pay for the product. A lot of people will think, oh, that's nice. Even if it's 300 naira, 400 naira, or 500 naira that I'm saving. But just the thought that I'm saving money is a good reason to consider your offer. Next, you could do a bonus offer. Let's say buy one, get one free, right? Or buy one and get a coupon so that your next purchase is free. Are we getting the point? That's how it is. Influence the decision by making your offer irresistible. Yes, then you could also let prospects know how much others think highly of you. This is where you can use user-generated content or product reviews. Let's say the last person that bought, you know how you deliver gifts and somebody got their gift and like, oh, this is nice, thank you, and say all those lovely things. You should keep all those videos, and when you're doing your promotion, use them to influence your promotion. That is a key element in digital marketing. It also helps you to influence the decision. You know that when people are happy about this product, then somebody wants to buy it, they just feel like, me too, I think I will be happy. So those are some of the things you need to consider. Then so this can be done through reviews or user-generated content. I've already talked about that. Then action. Yes, at this stage the prospect is now a customer. That means you have successfully influenced their decision, right? But your relationship should not end here. The new goal is to turn a one-time customer into repeat business, and even further into what I like to call brand evangelism. Right? So how do we do this? Ask yourself a few questions. How did the customer find the product? Right? So the customer has seen the product, but how is it working for them? Then you could also ask yourself, or ask, what can be done to improve customer experience? How can I improve the customer experience? The customer has got the product, but what can I offer? I can offer free consultation. I can offer access, like customer service, right? You know, there are some products that once you buy, you are bought. Anything that happens is on your head. But to increase the customer experience, there are some products that you buy over and over again because of good customer service. So you also need to add that as a way to influence repeat purchases. Then, would the customer be willing to tell somebody about my product or my service? That's one question that some of us don't ask ourselves. So most times you just feel like, I've sold the product, I've sold it. No. Ask yourself, can this person tell somebody about me? If yes, why? That's a key question. If you can answer that question why, all you have to do is continue that. Just keep replicating that same reason. Be asking, just be doing it over and over. But if no, why not? Ask yourself, what have I done that this person cannot tell somebody about me? Right? There are some businesses that you go to, or let's say food eateries, for instance. There are some eateries that once you eat there, you can never encourage anybody to eat there. Anybody that you like. Somebody that you like says, I want to get eat at this place. You say, no, go to this place. Their food, their chicken is salty. This one is that, this one is that. The soup, the stew they gave to me, it did not done, or one thing, right? There's one woman at Polu Junction. If you want to buy bole, don't ever buy from her. Her yam no be ever done. You go just big for nothing. But the yam can never done. So always avoid her yam. Right? So you need to ask yourself, would the customer be willing to tell somebody about my product? If yes, why? If no, why not? Other questions you can answer in this stage is, what can we do to make the customer buy again? Right, that's retention. What can we do to make the customer buy again? So we've answered some of these questions. Then what other products or services can we upsell with the current purchase? This is something that a lot of people don't look into. This is one thing a lot of people don't look into that causes. Amaka is asking if Bodu right or left. It's alright. It's in Bolu right. If you're coming from Choba, in Bolu right, once you stop at the junction, there are two people that sell Bolu. There's number one and there's number two. If you stop at number two, never buy yam. The yam is very big. It's like yam that they want to cook, not to roast. It's very big, but it's never done. I can assure you, I bought it like twice, and I only need twice to convince me. The first one was a mistake. I thought like it was night market. But this one, in broad daylight, it's still giving yam no done. I can never try it again. So, what other products can we upsell? If you want to sell a bag, for instance, do you know that the person has already bought the bag? Yes, but if you once we start speaking websites, you will get to see that there's what we call upsell and cross-sell, right? Upsell is you have bought this product, but while you're checking out, you will see another product inside. Let's say you are buying a bag, for instance, as a lady. Before you know, you see a matching top with that bag that you bought. You see a matching top, or you see a matching shoe, you see a matching fascinator, or one thing, right? That's upsell. That's a cross sell rather, a matching outfit. But when you talk about upsells, I want to buy one product. The product is, let's say, is 5,000 naira, for instance. But if I want to upsell you, I will tell you that you should look at this product, it's 5,000 naira. But if you buy it with this other product, the other product will be selling for 10,000 naira. But if you buy the two together, I will sell it for you. I'll sell it to you at 12,000. When you look, 5 plus 10 is 15. But if I buy it now, I can get it for 12. It'll be like I'm saving 3,000. So I'll rush and buy it. That's called an upsell. I've not paid the 5,000, but now instead of the buyer to just spend 5,000, you are making them spend 12,000, right? So that's a very key strategy. Upsell. It's a very good strategy when it comes to digital marketing that we need to really employ. Then advocacy. Advocacy is the person has bought a product, he has gone through the action phase. The person is like an extension of retention, right? But at this point, your customer is now a spokesman for your business. This is the goal that everybody should chase here. Everybody should be chasing this. This is the goal that everybody should chase. Try as much as possible to make your buyer an advocate. If advocate is somebody who speaks on behalf of somebody else. Okay. It's not the same as retention. Advocacy is a type of retention. It's an action that follows retention, if I can put it like that. Advocacy is I'm speaking for you. You're not paying me, but I can. You know how we go to church and any of our church program or that we see online, we start sharing it. I'm an advocate of that, right? But retention is how can I make you come again? Do you understand? How can I make you come again? But advocate is I have passed the stage of retention. You don't need to tell me to come again. You are now my supplier. But there are some people you buy some things from, you still will not recommend them. You only buy them because you feel like they are cheap or they're the ones you can afford or at some point, right? But advocacy is, yes, I can carry your matter on my head. So that's that. So you can give here as a digital marketer, what you need to do for your advocates is to give your advocates extra privileges, not common to first-time buyers. Do you understand? You give your advocates extra privileges. Let's say I want to, in my office, we have a product for kids in school. We teach STEM education. And what we do at the beginning of every term is every parent who subscribed in the last term, you get a discount if you want to subscribe for this term. I'm getting the point. You are already our business, you're already doing business with us. But as a way of appreciating you, we let you know that, okay, yes, you get 10% off, you get 20% off just to continue with us because we want to appreciate you for being a good parent or being a good client. And just like next week, we are having an event for parents in my office too. It's a live event, streamed event, where we'll be coaching some parents on how to help their children gain the best STEM education. That's advocacy. We are just giving back to our clients. They are not paying anything. They are receiving a quality service or a quality product. So that's that. So you could do coupons, you could do giveaway, you could do gift vouchers for that. But these people are already your people. Yeah, so components of a sales funnel, your landing page. Landing page is somewhere that you drive traffic to that can help you convert. We'll look at how to build a landing page when we start progressing. When we touch a website, we'll look at how to create landing pages. We would also look at a lead magnet. A lead magnet is something you do to capture the interest of people. It's a free gift. Like, let's say some people you see online, if you're browsing or if you're going through social media, you see they tell you get this book for free. All you have to do is to put your email. Yes. You know that as you put your email, you have just entered into a sales funnel. But you see that free book that they told you that you will get, that is called the lead magnet. If you click on that thing now, the page that you will go to go and see how to download the book or to put in your email is called the landing page. So these are the components. We also have the content strategy. Content strategy is what will influence the person when the person comes into the sales funnel. The person has come into the sales funnel, but how do we keep this person interested? Like, you actually use your content strategy to walk through the awareness, interest, decision, action, retention, and advocacy stage. So that's that. Then your captivating offer. Captivating offer is just like we've been talking about in offers, but let it be that is something that is really, really valuable to the client. Something that is really, really valuable. Because if I don't see it as valuable, I may see something in the market now for 1,000 naira or something. Let me just say something cheap. Let's say it's being sold for 50,000 normally, but I see it as 10,000 naira. You may think that is captivating, but to me it's outrageous, and I will not believe it, so I will not buy it. Like I won't buy that. So that's one of the things we have to look at. It's just beyond creating an outrageous offer. You have to make your offer captivating. Then payment channel. Being a customer rate optimization specialist, one of the things I got to learn was, as fast as you can or as best as you can, make your people buy now. Like, don't tell them to, if you want to buy, send me a DM. All those things is for children marketers. If you want them to buy, give them a payment link, let them buy there as they are talking to you. Anything that will make somebody consider or rethink buying from you, avoid it. That's the truth. Because if you leave them to go and think about the offer and come back, or you tell them to come to your DM, some people will come to your DM and they will not answer you again. Right? So these are some of the things you need to understand. The payment channel. I'll be teaching us how to create this for some of our businesses. Even if you're a non-registered business, you can actually create a starter business page, and you can actually be having people pay you directly. When you put something on your WhatsApp, you say this is 5,000, you put the payment link there. Don't allow people to say contact me, then you now send your account number, say pay to my account number. All those things are childish. If you want to do a professional business, you need to upgrade. If you are seeing a sofa, somebody wants to buy a sofa from you, or somebody wants to buy a headband, somebody wants to buy anything. As you are putting the link out there, put it that this one is 100,000 naira. Put the payment link. As the person clicks on it, you will see the description of the product, 100,000 naira, and you can pay direct. Once they pay it, it's coming to your personal bank account. Don't worry, I'll teach us how to do that. Then funnel building tools, we'll also talk about that when we start building sales funnel towards the end. And I think we're done. Any other question? This is just to each of these steps. Every component of digital marketing is very integral. So while we keep learning, we will itemize this. We will be optimizing our funnels. So you need to track and evaluate your funnel at every stage to know which one is underperforming. You need to know how you're bringing people. Look at your awareness. If you go to Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, you can actually see how many people you reach in a month. That is awareness. Awareness talks about reach. But if you want to look at interest, that's where you can measure with how many likes you have, right? How many likes. If you want to look at advocacy, how many people shared your content? If you want to look at interest, how many people saved your content? Decision, you can look at how many people clicked on the buy now button, or how many people clicked on contact me via email or contact me via phone number, right? So these are some of the things you have to look at. You optimize your step along the way. Every single step needs to be optimized for high. Yes, okay, so I've even talked about them here. Awareness, you talk about your reach, your impressions, your video views, your profile visits, the traffic sources. Traffic sources talks about where people are seeing your post from. Then interest, you also look at your profile visits. How many people came to your profile from the video or the content that you shared? Top post, if you go to your Facebook or your Instagram, look at your best performing post. Which post has the highest number of likes, highest number of comments, highest shares, just like that. So you could use that to check your interest. You could also look at how many people followed you from that post. That is interest. How many people saved your post? It's also interest. So I hope you are getting value from this. Desire. You could also use your profile visits. You could also look at link clicks. Most times if you run an ad, your ad is linking to somewhere. So how many people clicked on that link? It shows you desire. How many people went to view your landing page? It also shows desire. How many people called you? How many people sent you a message on WhatsApp? How many people tapped the email button? That's also desire. How many people saved your content? It also shows desire. Then action, you look at things like, once we start implementing websites, you get to see this add to cart. In fact, those of you that have bought online, you will also see add to cart. See link clicks, click-through rate. Click-through rate talks about how you move through the buyer journey. From an ad, when you click on an ad, you get to the landing page. From the landing page, if you click on a conversion button, that's also part. Conversion rate is how many people successfully bought the product over the campaign. That's conversion rate. Then return on ad spend. This is how much you made from that ad or that campaign. Let's say you spent 20,000 on your campaign, and over that campaign you made 100,000. Right, so 100,000 over 50,000. And so you have like a 5.0. You get, if you divide that, that's over 0.2. It's quite big. Let me see. 100 divided by 20 is 5. That's about 500%. Right? So that's one of the things you need to understand. Check out how your return on ad spend. Then when you talk about advocacy, shares, retweets, mentions, profile tags, lifetime customer value. Lifetime customer value talks about the customer being with you over a long period. How much did this customer buy? Right from when they bought their first product till the last time they bought their last product. There are some people that over a life cycle, like okay, I've had some clients that have been with me for like 2 years, some 3 years, and some of them have paid me over, like every month they are doing subscription for the plan that we have. So every month they are paying you 30, 20, 40, 50. So over this period, how much has this particular client paid? If you look at them, some clients have paid you up to 500,000 over a long period, right? So some clients have paid you up to $1 million. Some clients have paid you up to 20,000, depending on your product that you sell, right? So you need to measure the lifetime value. So I hope you can still hear me. Okay, yes, so I'm still there. So while we wrap up with this, some sales funnel tools that you may look at. But one thing about sales funnel tools, most of them are not free. They're actually high paid. So if you want to use this particular sales funnel tools, you may need to start earning from high paying clients before you can start using things like ClickFunnels. Some of them cost as much as $100 per year, some even per month. Unbounce, Zipify, Samcart, Funnel.io, HubSpot. HubSpot is kind of not so free, but something doable. You have C, but I will show us how to use Google Sheets to do most of this tracking. So while we keep learning, but I just want to introduce the concepts to us. Then I will give us a small task. Then yes, I think we can do a lot with this. So some key takeaways from what we've just talked about on the sales funnel. An effective sales funnel can help you automate your business processes from customer acquisition to retention, even to advocacy. So the sales funnels are measurable, optimizable, and scalable. Don't forget, you can measure everything. When we saw awareness, you can measure how many people viewed your product or your page. So it's actually measurable. Optimizable is you can look at this ad. People are not liking this. That's why when we get to do A/B testing, when we get to do ads, we'll do practical ads. So you will see how to do that. When we get to do A/B testing, you would see that you measure 2 separate ads for the same campaign. You can use one as a video, one as an image. Then look at which of them is doing better. Then what you do is you pay more on the one that is doing better and reduce the cost on the one that's not performing well. That's part of optimization, so that you spend less and gain more. Then scalability is about upscaling. You could start out with 1,000. When you see that 1,000 is being productive, you can upscale and make it 5,000 or 10,000, depending on what you want to achieve. Then the sales funnel has 5 basic stages. Okay. Now I see what Amaka was asking earlier. If I'm using retention and advocacy as the same. Well, okay, this slide was done a lot of many months ago, so I've not really edited that. Yeah. Okay. I separated advocacy and retention because you may retain a client, but he's not being an advocate, right? But advocacy and retention sometimes are used interchangeably. So whichever one works for you, don't worry. Even if I'm giving you a test, now that I've seen that this slide is like this, I will not make it complex for you again. So if I'm using it online, I will use it as advocacy or retention. I will separate both of them so that some people will tell me that I'm a wicked teacher again. Okay. So that is settled. Then a sales funnel would need to integrate other forms of marketing. A sales funnel would need to integrate. Somebody is this. Amaka has decided to use what do you call it? Is it an acronym now? So that you can remember. IDA. Oh, okay. That's good. So, using a sales funnel, don't just think you're going to use one channel. No. You will need to use a landing page. A landing page looks like it's a website, right? Then a lead magnet is content marketing. Do you understand? So everything, it's called an integrated digital marketing campaign, IDM. Never forget that. This one will come out in your next test. What is IDM? If you don't know it, it's up to you. Okay, so 2 things down. We've successfully addressed the sales funnel and we've successfully addressed our previous task. So before I talk about market, Okay, is anybody else there? Okay. Any questions so that we can move ahead? None. Okay. I will move on. Okay. Okay. Everybody can hear me now. That's nice. So let me just quickly talk about. I'll quickly talk about the concept of market research. Talk about the concept of market research so that we can see how we can use that to achieve our business goals. Okay, let me display this. If you can see this, let me know. Somebody's asking if I said IDM. Yes, I said IDM. Okay, I want to see something. If you are viewing on YouTube like me, okay, if you rotate your screen, yes, if you rotate your screen, you should be able to see clearly. This one is a bit smaller, but I'll try to zoom in. Let me try to zoom in so you can see it clearly. Yes, okay, so I'll just talk about market research and I would end with this, except we have questions. We look at if you can take SEO, Joe. No, SEO will take a while, so I would just like to take our questions then. We can reschedule another time for SEOs, or I can record a video then just share to us so that we can watch for SEO. So when we talk about market research, it involves gathering data to learn more about your target demographics. Demographics talks about the age, the gender, the job, type of job, whether the person is married, right? So demographics of the consumers, so that you can make or you can market yourself more effectively and ultimately succeed in the market. There are different reasons or different types of market research, different types of market research. So I just listed out a couple of them, about 7. You can do market research for a brand, you can do market research for a particular marketing campaign, you can do competitor market research. Let's say you want to know about your competitors. Then when we look at SEO, I'll show you some competitor tools. There's one I like, which is SimilarWeb. There's also SpyFU. So you could also use that to track your competitors. You can also use customer segmentation. You can do market research for customer segmentation. Let's say you want to know why people are buying your product. I told you can sell one thing to 5 people for 5 different reasons. So with a market research, you can actually find out their reasons, then group them into their appropriate groups. And you could also do your consumer research. Let's say you want to know more about the kind of people that want to or that are buying your product or that should buy your product. So you can find more about your consumer using market research. You can also develop your product. You notice some people, before they get into the market, they put out market research, they do surveys and everything. They get to find out the kind of product that people are expecting in the market, right? Then there's also another one, which is usability testing. Let's say if you want to create an app, you can put it out in the market, or you can do a survey to find out how people are using that app, the problems, the challenges that they're having. A friend of mine just designed an app recently, and it's out in the market. For those of us that are into household services, electricity, like electricals, plumbing, painting, agency, or furniture, interior design, anything that you do in the house around them, I think I will just look for that again and share it for any of us that are interested. So the MVP is out, and he's just looking for users to test the product so that he can make it better for the market. So if you'd also like to be a part of that, you also let me know and I can add you up to that group. Then, why do we need to do market research? So you need to maintain a customer-centric approach. You're coming into the market, yes, but you know that you're in business because of your customer. You're not in business because your product is too good. You're in business because you're solving a problem. So your client or your customer should be the center, should be your focus. So that's when we do that. Then you also connect with your audience more effectively when you do your market research. You can connect, you can use those of us that like using social media, yes. When you know what the problem that people have, you can communicate more to them. You can build their interest. You can know what to do to drive their decision, the decision-making process, to influence them. You can know what to do to make them take action. Why? You need to know them. Then you can also identify opportunities for growth. When you do customer research, you can get to find out untapped or unreached segments. You get to know that there's a loop in this market, and I can really, really exploit that loophole. Yes, so you need to understand that. You also, when you identify opportunities, you can also look out for people that you can you can also create business partnerships. You can create business partnerships. You can also improve your products. Part of the things that we talked about in the various types. Then when you do market research, you can notice that you would reduce the risk. I'm trying to be very fast because I want us to do a practical market research now. I'll show us how to do that, and we'll do a market research together. That will be your assignment for this week. Everybody, you will submit your market research for your business. You write the name of your business, and you create a survey form for your business. So yes, so you reduce the risk by testing the concepts. Yes, so when you do a research, you get to know about the challenges that you may face before you get into this business, the risks that are involved. So when you do this, you can actually mitigate this risk. You can come into the market well prepared. You'll not be taken unawares. Then you can also make more informed decisions. Yes, haven't done research, you come into the market. Let's say before you get into the market, you know that, let me just use this as an example, not really market research, but even if you want to buy something and you just go, let's say you go window shopping today, and you check out all the places that they sell your favorite pair of shoes, and you look at them, you measure the prices, 15,000, 20,000, 35,000, this and that. You've checked out all the qualities, and you're going back home, you're trying to save up for that, right? And once the money just comes, you know where you're going to. You know what is involved. You're not going with 5,000 naira to the market, because you know at the highest that you saw at some point was 35. So you know that if you bargain, you can even get that 35 at 30. You can make more informed decisions. Now this is just you from the buying perspective. Imagine you being able to do this from the business owner. There's so much that you can do with that. Then it also helps you to compete more effectively. You don't go into the market blindsided. You know the kind of people that are in the market. Let's say you want to go and you want to create a product like Coca-Cola, and you don't know that the top players in the market is Coke. You just come into the market and you will make one sale in 5 years because Coke will dominate everybody, even to your street. But when you come, you need to look at it. Okay, what does Coke not do? Why do people feel like Coke is not healthy or one thing? Whatever you can, when you do a research, you will actually answer those questions and compete more effectively. Then when you do market research, you can know what is trending, you can know how to apply trends to your business and always stay on top your game. So a few ways to do market research: you can use surveys, you can use focus groups. Surveys are like forms, you just put it out to have people give your feedback on a particular subject. We'll create a survey form together. You can use Google Forms or SurveyMonkey, you can use Jot Form, whatever one you like, but for this assignment, everybody, you will use Google Forms. Then, your focus group. You can use a focus group. A focus group is a group of people that have a particular problem. Let's say you can come to a school and share a survey form in a school to all the teachers or to all the students, or you could go to a parents-teachers conference and share it to all the parents and teachers, right? It's a focus group. They are only they are bound by something. You can use that for your product. You can say you want to start creating. Why am I always using the examples of female hair and female wanting? Well, if you want to create a product, let's say you serve a female audience, you can go to an event that has only females, and that can be your focus group. But let it be that they have something in common. Yeah. So interviews, you can do one-on-one interviews to find out what people. You see all these street quiz and street teasers that we do. You can actually use those things to find out real pain problems that people have, so you can actually make money or make a business out of it. Then observation, yes, you can actually look at what is happening. You can analyze already existing results to get that solved. Then field trials. Example, Hypo. Hypo brought out a very quality product and came into the market, and they're giving people to test it. They'll say, test this one, look at it. Is it working? You know, yeah, Hypo, take, it's free, just test it. Free trials, right? Even field trial types in field practice or hands-on experience about the product. So you can also use that to test it. Now, I've said a lot of plenty things. Everybody, you may have to rewatch and watch this over and over again. But let's do something practical. Let's create a market research resource, something that you can use. So if you don't have a business, now you're creating this for your business. When you create the Google form or the survey form, I would see the name of your business on it. So everybody, let's do this together. We will be using the Google form. If you come to your Google Drive, if you're using a laptop, you can come to your Google Drive and just do what I'm doing. Where you have my drive, once you click on plus, you would see Google Forms. That is if you're using a laptop. But if you are not using a laptop, some people have told me that some people have told me that I have to be considerate that some people are using their mobile devices. So I will be showing you how to use your mobile devices for this. I'm not on Google Meet, but I would have Okay, no, let me just use my laptop, but I'll explain it to you as you would see it on your mobile device. Yes. So, if you are on your mobile device, if I open this on my laptop, you would see a link. Let me show you the link. What you would see is docs.google.com/forms, or you can just do forms.google.com. Somebody help me type it in the chat, in the comment. Somebody help me type it in the comment section so that anybody that comes can see it. Or let me also drop it in the WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group. So you can do that with docs.google.com/forms. If you're using your phone, or you can do forms.google.com. I'm writing it to create your survey for market research. Yes, so I have sent this to the group. Let it be there. Everybody can use that. So let's work. Let's title the form. I don't need to use my business name or anything. Well, you could actually write it whatever you want. You can actually write it however you want, and I will permit you to do that. But let me just say Martech Digital. So with that, I'm naming my phone. If I click here, the name will change too. Both are the same. I'll just teach you how to walk around this. If you're working on your phone, okay, let me shrink. If I shrink this, it will be a bit difficult for my screening view. Okay, so please, I'm still streaming, but I have to adjust to a mobile view so people that are viewing on mobile can see it as they will see it on their mobile devices. So please bear with me. I may still open it again, but let me just use mobile view for now so that people that are watching on their mobile devices can follow through. Okay, yes, something like this. You should see exactly something like this. You see something like this. Then now you can write the name of your form if you want. But when it comes here, when it comes to the questions, if you look at the footer, you see add question, you see import questions. Let's say you already have other forms, you can just import those questions. Then here is to add the title if you want to describe the form further. You can add an image if you want to use a picture to depict what you want to explain. Those of us that took the test, you can remember at one of the questions you saw an image. Yes, then you can use a video if you want to add a video. Your video, you may have to put a YouTube video. That's how this Google form works. Then you can create your survey into sections. But let me do this simple. I will keep it very simple, and that will be all. So this is my question bank. Now that I've explained that, I think let me just go back to my full screen. Sorry, let me go back to my full screen so I can actually enjoy myself. But I've explained to you how you see it on your mobile, so just bear with me and follow me while I work. So with this, the first question I said we should ask here is what is the biggest problem, then you ask your solution. Let me explain what I mean. I'm using myself now, I'm using my business as an instance. I'm a digital marketer, I run a digital marketing company. So ask yourself, what is now, because another thing you have to do is understand who your clients are or who your target audience are. My target audience are basically small business owners. I will not just say small business owners, but business owners, because we are looking at bigger businesses. So what is your biggest problem with digital marketers? Right? So this is the question I want to ask the client that I'm sending this to. It may not be my client, I'm just doing a survey, but I'm sending this to small business owners, and I want them to answer. So I'll leave this as a paragraph. I want them to explain. You can choose different options here. You can choose a short answer, you can choose a paragraph, you can use multiple choice. Multiple choice so that you can create options. But me, I want to put a paragraph so that the person can explain. Because let me teach you something about business and marketing. The more problems somebody shares, the more money you can make from that person. The more problem a person shares, that means the more solution you can provide. So you need to understand that. Yes. Next, if I want to add a new question, just click on the plus button. The next question I said we can ask here is, what would it make? Okay, why would it make a difference in your life to get a good answer for this problem or find a solution for your need? Now, if you want to write this, you write it in a way that, no, not you, you've done this. Yes, you write it in a way that better explains your business. So why would it make a difference? Or you can say, okay, why would it make a difference is fine, but I can also ask that in two separate questions. Would it make a difference in your life if you get a good digital marketer? But there's also another question I can ask. Having said that, what is your biggest problem with digital marketers? Okay, this question actually follows up. But I wanted to ask that, what would you qualify, or what would you say a good digital marketer is? Let me add that question. So you can ask, would it make a difference in your life if you get a good digital marketer? That's the other question I just wrote. Customize it, customize your questions to suit your business. So, what is your biggest problem? Still also answer that question, but let me try to do. Okay, I have 28 minutes to wrap up so that I can attend to some of us. The question 3, what I wrote down here is, how difficult has it been for you to get a good answer? Now, remember, customize this. How difficult has it been for you to find a good answer? A good answer here is a good digital marketer. I hope you're following. How difficult has it been? Now, we can use a linear scale, no, but I would prefer to use a multi-choice question bank. Multi-choice, then you now see here, very difficult. If I click on the next where to add option, you can say moderately not so difficult. Then you can say super easy. I'm just using whatever I like. You can use whatever terms you like. You don't have to copy me. Don't worry, when I give you assignments, I will know all those people that copy from each other. All those people that don't enter class, that just go and copy somebody's assignment. We'll catch you, don't worry. And the sweet thing about this is we will always know who copied from who. The person that submit first is the person that knows it. The person that submit last is the person that copied. Okay, so that's question 3. The last question I want to add here is, yes, add your email if you'd like to get a solution for this problem. You can choose any kind of survey question, but I just want you to understand that while you're doing your survey question, you need to ask questions that would help you or bring out the problem that you want to solve. So you can say add your email below if you would like to be contacted when we have a solution to your problem. Then here, just a short answer text so that they can just write their email. That was super easy, right? This was super easy. Everybody, you'll be creating the form and I will show you how to do this. Question 1 is you create in fact, let me wait first. Let me not be ahead of myself. You do your assignment. So moving on, while I wrap up with this, said the first thing is to create your survey form, which you just did. Then now, how do we send out these forms? For those of us that are not very used to Google Forms, how do we send out these forms? You can come to the forms here where you have send. Click on send. If you click on send, you will see this. The very first thing you can see here is email. So you can write the name of the email, the person's email. If you want to, then you include the form in the email, right? Then, but let me explain something to you now. So let me just do an example. Right. So I can enter multiple emails. I can enter. Okay, anybody have sent an email before, right? If I just type, let me see. Anybody, if I've sent you an email before, your email is already in my email list. So if I type, okay, I can see in your face, I can see maybe 3, I can see, right? But now I can just add people randomly and everything. But that's not the case. So if you want to create a form, don't start doing this. You have to create a form for people that you really, really want to help. So don't just go and pick people randomly. Then, another thing, you don't just say, I've invited you to fill a form. If you see a mail now telling you I've invited you to fill a form, will you click it? Do I know what the form is about? I have no idea. You're telling me to come out. No. So you have to customize your message. You have to customize your message. Ask yourself, what can I write to make this person open this form and read it, right? So I wrote down something here. I said, hi, the name, that was the name of the person. So if you're using a bulk SMS, not like a bulk SMS, bulk, a mailing platform and an email platform, you can actually automate all these things, right? So say hi or hey, the name. You don't say something like, hey, David, could I try to solve your problems? The person will be like, what are you talking about? This is copywriting. Don't worry, when we get into copywriting and email marketing, we learn how to do all that. But you need to write a compelling message so that you can do that. So this is just an example. If you click on, immediately, if I click on send, everybody here will receive this email, right? So that's one way. You can also share this form on Facebook. It will link to my Facebook profile. You can see that I can actually do a direct survey to my Facebook page. Have you seen that? You can do a direct survey to my Facebook page. If I click this on Twitter, it will share and connect me directly on my X page. Right, so you can see it's automatically just one click. If you're not following me on Twitter, you should be following me on Twitter. Let's go digital together. In fact, that's one thing I want us to do. You will share your page on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you do business. You share your business page, and everybody in the page will follow you. At least you should have 100 followers in 10 minutes. So we can actually do that. Somebody help me write that down in our group. It's one of our action points this week. So if you follow 100 people, I know your following will increase, but your followers too should also increase. We are business people. Let's help our businesses. Okay. So that's how that one can be done. Yes. So you can use an email. You can send it via email, or you can also copy the link. You can copy the link. If you click on shorten URL, you shorten this, and if you copy this, you can go to anywhere. You can go to WhatsApp or anywhere you like and just paste it there. So that's how that one works. Then embed. If I want to build if I'm building a website now, I can actually put this Google form on my website, and with one click you can, if you're on my website, you can fill the form directly on my website without leaving the website. So that's how you can do this. If you're wondering how you can get contacts that you need to send this to, there are a lot of places. You can go to your email contacts. Once you get into Gmail, you can get into your Gmail and you can export your contacts. Yeah. You can export your contacts. Let me see. Nope, I don't want to chat up here, but you can also do that. Even Google Contacts. Let me see this. Here, from Google Contacts, you can try to export all your Google contacts, and that should really suffice. Then you could also go to LinkedIn and export your LinkedIn contacts too. To export it as a sheet, an Excel sheet or a Google sheet, whichever one works for you. Yeah. Then you could also use your phone contacts, your WhatsApp contacts. You can use your social media. We've talked about social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Then you could also use forums. If you come into Facebook, you could join groups that are related to what you're talking about or the problem you're trying to solve, and you could share the survey forms there. But please, as best as you can, try not to spam people. If you spam people, they will block you, and you're losing the aim of what you want to do, what you want to achieve. Right? So try not to spam people. Be friendly, but don't spam. Yes. So in analyzing your results now from that same form, when people have filled your form, if I notice, when people have filled your form, you would see stuff like this. If you come to responses, anybody that fills your form, this is where you can find them. An example is something like we're having tech, so digital marketing, the assessments now. Everybody that filled the assessment form, your name came in here, right? So automatically, it's how I did that. Attendance, digital marketing, stuff like that. You could also use that to track. I'm just showing you how it would show. But if you come back to your form, you see it like this. When you click on responses, no, this one is the other one. Yes, so this is the one that we're working on currently. So responses. If this is open, people can fill your form. But once you do this, No, it says not accepting responses. So whenever you see that you're blocked from taking a test, it's because I have stopped accepting responses. But I don't need to come online to come and click on this. I have some basic add-ons like form limiter to do this. So I did that to get that done. But to see your responses, you will just need to do this. Link to sheets. Please, if you're using a mobile device, let me advise you, download Google Sheets so that you don't have problems editing your response. The sweet thing about this is you can edit your response. If somebody fills your form and you don't like what the person wrote, look at this now, for instance. Isidore, Michael, McDaniels, Alfred. You're writing in all caps. It's as if you're shouting at me, and I don't like somebody shouting at me, so I've reduced it. Right? So you can actually do that. You can edit your content. While this is live, this is a live sheet. So are you seeing that? You can actually edit this. And it's still there. The sheet, nothing happened. But while working online, I've changed that. So if somebody is filling a response, you can actually go through the response and look at what the person is doing and look at how to analyze that. So I think that's settled. So you can convert your responses to questions and post captions. Now let me let you in on this one. I've not analyzed anything from here, but let me explain how this is done. If you fill out the survey, if people fill out the survey after you've shared it, you convert your responses, right, to questions. So the responses that came in, if somebody says the reason why I need a good digital marketer is because the last one does not know how to create captions. Oh, nice. You now come online. You want to create a caption or you want to create a post. You can create a post for how to create captions as a beginner digital marketer. Do you understand? So your content that you would create would actually be to solve the problems that you have seen from your survey. So you just go through your survey, look at the problems, analyze them. If you look at the problems that are very, very many, like the recurrent problems, you know that this is a very hot topic and you need to see how to create content around that real fast. Right. So you could do that. You could also do your results in a table, like I was trying to explain. If you click on this one, if you click link to sheets, watch this. It will tell you to create a spreadsheet. So once you say create, look at the create button here. Once you say create, if you notice, you will see all the responses. They would appear here. Timestamp. The timestamp shows you when the person filled the form, right? The email address shows you the email address that is registered to the accounts that filled the form. Then look at this first question. What is your biggest problem with digital marketers? You see that is a question. So anybody that fills it will come under this place. The next one is, why would it make a difference in your life to get a digital marketer? You'll be like, I want to make more sales, right? So you could feel that and it will come out there. Then how difficult was it to, if I go back to the MarTech Summit, let me just use the MarTech Summit responses as an example. So yes, this is an example of the MarTech Summit. So every question that you filled, I can actually see them here. Timestamp, email address, full name, phone number, location, education level, trivia 1, trivia 2, preferred tech skill. So everything you filled can actually be seen here. This is how they appear on the survey forms. That the quiz that we did is an example of a survey form. The registration link is an example of a survey form. So that's how to go about that. Then lastly, you see your results in the table, like we said. Then feedback. If you want to get feedback without reviews, you may have to do one-on-one marketing, word of mouth. Have people, engage with people, find out what your problem is and how you can better and get results from them. Then you could also use Facebook groups. You could search for keywords, complaint, bottleneck, pain. Now, let me do something. Facebook group is not something I like using a lot, but let me just see if I can. Facebook is not normal. Okay, so let me look for Facebook groups. Okay. I'm looking at any group that is active. I don't really Amazon Kindle, 6 weeks ago. I'm looking at any group that is active. Not really active. Okay, WordPress freelance developers. Okay, so let me use this and search. So let me say I want to search for something. I want to search for a keyword in this group. Let me search for problem, if I would find one. Right, so I'm searching for problem. Now I'm seeing problem with WooCommerce variations, changing order. Why we are using WooCommerce just like that. So you just look at this. You can come here and search, and you see problems. Anyone that you see, yeah, you can look at these problems here and create content for these kinds of people, right? You look at the problems that are recurring and you can create solutions for them. That's how to do market research. I've told you the different types of market research that we can do. So you can also use this one to get some good results for market research. Okay, I think that will be all. That's all we can take for today. Let me not do information overload. Let's not do information overload for, yeah. So, any questions? Any questions so that we can address them? Any questions? Anybody? Any questions? Anybody? Okay. We have 25 people live on chat, but no one is asking any question. So I think this is all I can take for tonight. It's been a long ride. Any question you would have, please connect with me in the WhatsApp group and ask your questions there. You can watch the video over and over, and from today is Thursday, from today till Sunday, I will be answering every question. Please do well to tag me on the post. Do well to tag me on the post. If you post on the WhatsApp group, do well to tag me on the post and I will respond. Please don't fail to tag me. If you want me to respond quickly, just tag me on the post, then I will respond. Thank you, everybody. It's been an amazing time. Let's call it a day here. I will follow up online. Thank you so much. Good night.